Hello there, everybody. Happy afternoon. Happy Sunday afternoon. It is, let's see, Sunday, November the 19th at 12:43 Mountain Time right now. What I'm going to be doing at the moment is predictions for Monday, November the 20th. We'll do 5 minutes of Reiki, and then after that, we'll have 5 minutes of free-for-all question time. Okay, so let's just go ahead and get started with messages. Messages for Aries. Monday, November the 20th. What do I have coming up for you guys? Aries, I think that you're going to have some kind of situation that you are going to, I'm hearing have your flaws pointed out to you. And I think it's going to be kind of an interesting situation for you because I think that you've probably made peace with some of these flaws, if not all of them, ahead of time before in some of your own work, energetic work. And so I think that when somebody points these flaws out to you, I don't think it's going to shake you up or send you running to hide in the bedroom or anything like that. I think it's going to be a situation where you have this idea about that your flaws are acceptable and that having flaws does not make you overall a bad person. And that also there are some positive things about your flaws too. There are some good things that go along with this flaw or flaws that somebody is pointing out to you that maybe they're not able to see because they're looking at things in a different way. So this is really a big step forward in self-acceptance and also in understanding that everything has a purpose and a reason if we are wise enough to peek around and see if we can see what that might be instead of immediately going, oh, that's bad, and shoving it away and out of our mind. Okay, so that's for Aries on Monday, November the 20th. Marcia Knowles, hello, welcome. Glad to see you in here, honey. Taurus, November the 20th, Monday. What do I have coming up for you guys? Taurus, I have a feeling that on Monday you're going to be busy dressing something or someone up. So for some of you, maybe this is your boyfriend and you're suggesting clothes, or your significant other, or for some of you, maybe this is your girlfriend and you're suggesting an outfit. For others of you, this is going to be a more serious thing. This would be like dressing up some kind of project for work. Maybe you're getting dressed up really for some kind of costume party, or getting someone dressed up to make a good presentation at an interview, or even to go to a wedding, something along those lines. But I feel like for a lot of you, this isn't so much about a person that you're dressing up as it's a thing that you're dressing up. So maybe you are remodeling, doing some remodeling work in your house or on your house. Maybe you are, repainting something, refinishing something. There is something that you are dressing up on Monday, Taurus. Let's look at the Gemini. Monday, November the 20th for Geminis. Gemini, I think there's something coming up where you are taking some kind of corrective action. And as I say those words, I realize that they've got a couple of different sort of meanings for me, or at least different tones in the meaning. So corrective action, if you're taking some corrective action, this could be that you're having to correct or discipline a child in some way to kind of get them back on track, or maybe an employee, somebody who is under your leadership, that you're doing some kind of corrective action to bring them back on track. But the other way that this is coming in, so I think it's going to be different. Some of you are going to have one way and some of you the other. A few might have both, but I think it's going to be a mix or match. The other way that this is coming in is you may be doing something to correct something in your life, something in your lifestyle, in your personality, in your habits. You may be taking action to do something that corrects. You may be getting glasses. Those are corrective lenses to correct your eyesight. Hearing aids, maybe, there's a lot of different ways that this can come in, but also you can be doing something to just help you to have a better lifestyle. So correcting something along the way. Maybe you haven't been paying attention to your sugars and you're a diabetic, and so now you're taking some corrective action on that, something like that. So some kind of corrective action coming up, whether it's you actually having to correct somebody else and get them back on course or on track, or whether this is correcting some kind of corrective action to bring your life back on track. We've got something going on that's some kind of corrective action for you Geminis on Monday, November the 20th. Okay, let's look at Cancer. Cancer, Monday, November the 20th. What do we have coming up for you? Cancers, I kind of feel like on the 20th, you're in a position of leadership, whether it's informal or whether it's official. I feel like you're in some kind of position of leadership on the 20th, and you're kind of feeling very alone, very isolated. Like it's the feeling that I'm getting from this is you're in a position of leadership. You have to do what you have to do to make sure that things run well. At the same time, I feel like you're feeling very lonely, like you don't have anybody to talk to or to bounce ideas off of or to share with. You're feeling very isolated in the sense of leadership. You're feeling that like there's nobody that you can turn to for answers, and you feel like all the answers are sort of relying on you, that you're the one that has to be the creator of all of these answers. And so this is a little bit of a rough space. You might want to start considering, who can I talk to? Who does have answers that would help me with something like this? And Cancers, this is going to sound very cliche, but Sacred Spirit has all the answers. Sacred Spirit you can talk to Sacred Spirit and bounce ideas off of Sacred Spirit. He'll let you know. He'll let you know if you're whack or if you're okay or not. You never really have to be alone. We never really are alone, no matter what kind of decisions we're trying to make and how many other people they affect. We never really are alone in that. We can always call on Sacred Spirit, God, universe, source energy, whatever name you want to put on that energy that's so much bigger than us and that knows so many more of the details than we do. Um, so I think it would be helpful for you on Monday to try to remember that you do have a resource. It may not be one that you can touch or that you can call up on the telephone, but you do have a resource for ideas and information and for somebody who can give you advice and be someone that you can kind of lean on whenever it seems like the full load is on your shoulders. It's really not, and it really doesn't have to be. If it is, it's only because you're making it that way by not tapping into that amazing resource that we all have at our disposal. And we all have it at our disposal because Sacred Spirit, Source, God, Creator wants to help us. He wants to have our backs. He wants to be participating joyfully with us. So it's not like we're taking advantage or using. He wants us to have us involve Him in our lives. Okay, let's move on. Leo, November the 20th, Monday. Monday. Welcome to whoever it is that just walked in there. Glad you're in the room. Leo, Monday, November the 20th. What do I have coming up for you guys? Leos, I feel like you have a lot to sort out on Monday. It looks to me like things are getting a little bit complicated around you. You're trying to figure out, how can I really simplify this or get to the bottom line? How can I handle this situation in the best way possible for as many people as are involved as possible? You're trying to make the right decision and do the right thing, and you're also trying to keep in mind how your decision is going to affect other people in your sphere of influence. And so you're just looking at everything from every angle possible to try to see what will be the repercussions of your decision once you make it, if you make it different ways, so that you can do the best thing for everyone involved, is what it feels like to me, Leos. It's a big decision and a little bit of a complicated and layered one. By the way, Leos, great time to get a reading, just saying. You guys can find out about my readings, my Reiki sessions, my addiction services on my website, by the way. My website is www.amista.info. Virgos, November the 20th. Monday, November the 20th. What do I have coming up for Virgos? I feel like you're just being really relaxed, Virgos, about some things that you were stressed out about before. You've just decided, you know what, I'm just going to let go of this. My stress is not making anything better here. So I'm going to quit stressing out about it. You're relaxing and you're letting everything just fall into place. I think that under normal circumstances, you would have a hard time relaxing and just letting everything fall into place, Virgo. But I think that you are just so tired. Whatever this project is, or goal or dream is, I think you're just so tired of trying to make it work. You just don't have the energy to keep on trying anymore. So that's why you're relaxing and just letting it fall into place. And I think you're going to end up kind of amazed with how quickly and how well it falls into place whenever you more or less get out of the way, get out of your own way. Brenda, Luna, welcome, welcome. Glad to see you in the room. How are you, my dear? Libra, November the 20th. Monday, November the 20th for Libra. November the 20th feels like a really reflective day to me for you guys, Libra. Like you're really trying to look at the deeper meanings behind things. You're trying to look at what are the real motivations behind people's actions and behind people's words. You're trying to see if there's anything going on behind the scenes or not. And then you're also trying to dig deep within yourself. You're trying to figure out, how do I even feel about what looks like what's going on? Because you're not quite sure. So this is a day of reflection and deep thinking for you guys about some very current events in your life, Libra, on Monday. You're good. Aries, I always do first. So that one's already done, honey. You can always scroll back. I think we have DVR capabilities even while I'm broadcasting, so you can scroll back and hear that if you want. Marsha, remind me, what is your sign again? Hello to all the other new people here who haven't said hello yet. Scorpios, November the 20th on Monday. What's up for us? Looks to me like Monday we may have our itineraries sort of blocked in or full. We may have enough things going on that our day is pretty well taken up with appointments or things that we have planned to do. It doesn't have to be appointments, doesn't have to be work. I'm kind of looking at Scorpio through my eyes since I am a Scorpio. To me, I'm hoping that the day being all blocked up means that my calendar is full of appointments where I'm helping people. But it doesn't have to be, for all of us, it doesn't have to be appointments. There can be just things that we're planning, things that we're doing during the day, Monday, that our day is pretty well taken up. I don't see a whole lot of big chunks of rest time. I do see some rest time during the day, but not a whole lot of big chunks of it for us Scorpios. A little here, a little there. You're a Leo. Okay. Oh, so I've already done yours. Alrighty. Ba-da-da-da-da. Oh, very cool, Brendalina. That is awesome. Awesome. So that's going to be the intention that you have set for the Reiki whenever we do Reiki. Is that what you're saying to me? Sagittarius, November the 20th, Monday. Sagittarius. Sagittarius, what I'm seeing whenever I think about you guys is I'm seeing a shattered window. So it feels to me like, I think what this is saying, Sagittarius, is that your perception about the world around you is going to be changing dramatically on Monday. There's going to be something going on that really changes how you see things, and maybe even brings things into question that weren't in question before. Things that might have seemed black and white to you before, Sagittarius, now there's shades of gray. It's like, when you're looking through a one pane window, it's very easy to see what you're seeing, and you're getting, one image through that. When you're looking through something that is shattered, then you're getting fragments of the image, and you're getting pieces of images that are coming back to you from that window or from that mirror when you're looking through. And so it distorts things, and it gives you a completely different type of perspective. And so I think that where things might have seemed very clean and very clear cut, very easy to know where you stand, I think something's going to be happening that there's going to be a lot of shades of gray, and there's going to be some confusion about where you stand in the world and about what's really going on around you, because whatever this is that shows up, it doesn't have to be a big thing, but it does have to be something that makes you think about things in a very, very, very different way. So this could be a whole new concept that you're actually just sitting in a classroom and you hear about it and you go, whoa, if that's really true, that could really change things in my world or change my perspective or whatever. It doesn't have to be this big dramatic thing that happens in your life. Although for a lot of you, I think there will be a little bit of drama that causes this glass shattering type of effect on your perspective. But not for everybody. For some of you, this is really just going to be about thoughts and maybe even meditation or thinking that brings you to this place where you just see things in a completely different way, and you're seeing them from different aspects. And, maybe you're seeing more parts in a different way, and parts that are more where maybe before you were seeing something as a whole, now you're seeing how everything sort of pieces together. So it's going to be interesting for you, Sagittarius, and it's going to be clarifying. I think it's going to be really clarifying for you in the long run. I think the short run, it may be a little bit confusing and sort of hard to make heads or tails of whatever this is where your perspective is changing. But in the long run, it's going to bring you a lot of enlightenment and clarity. Okay, let's see here. That's going to be your intention? Okay, yay. I like it. Okay, so we could try and point the Reiki at that, Miss Brenda, about your daughter, about her reaching out to you soon, but Reiki kind of doesn't work like that. The Reiki works on the person that the Reiki is sent to, and the Reiki is only sent to people who are willing to receive it and who have given permission. So when you guys see the title here and you're in here and you stick around for the point where I'm actually sending out the Reiki, then that's an assumed permission. We haven't really contacted your daughter in any way to say, oh, we're going to be sending Reiki so you can contact your mom soon. Get your stuff together. So this Reiki won't actually affect her. But if we do Reiki around the intention of bringing forward a relationship that's better between you and your daughter, what it may really impact is you and your vibration around this relationship. And when you have an energy shift around this, then that actually can change the relationship. But we cannot send Reiki directly to your daughter at this point. We can send it to you. And I'll be happy to do that. There is Striving. Hello, hello. Glad to see you in the room again, my dear. Yay. Okay, so let's see. I think I just did Sagittarius, and now I need to do Capricorn. If not, then Capricorn may be getting a double message, but I don't think so. Capricorn. Quite welcome, Brenda. All right, so Capricorn. By the way, Reiki is after messages, Brenda. Let's see. Capricorns, what I'm feeling like for you for Monday, November the 20th, I think you're going to be taking a break. You're going to be taking some downtime. So if you're normally at work, I don't see you going to work. For some of you, this is going to manifest more in relationships. You may be taking a break from somebody. You might be like, oh, I have had just about enough of your... I will talk to you in a few days. Peace out. See you later. Bye. So could be taking a break from work, could be taking a break from another person, could be a project that you've been working on and you're just taking a break, but you are taking some kind of downtime on Monday, November the 20th, Capricorns. Annalisa, hey, hey, glad you're here, my dear. Deidre, I'm not sure how to say your name. Dradiva, anyway, I'm glad you're here, Miss Diva. Welcome, welcome. Blessings to you. Always happy to see new people here. The more here, the merrier, I say. Okay, so let's look at Aquarius. Diva, what's your sign? Aquarius, November the 20th. What do we have coming in for you guys? I think you're going to be investing some energy and possibly even some money into a relationship that you have, Aquarius. So if you have a significant other or a boyfriend or a girlfriend or whatever, that needs a little help financially, you're going to be helping them, or maybe you're going to be just buying them beautiful flowers or taking them out or just buying them a gift, doing something nice for them. I do think that whatever you're doing with this relationship with somebody that is more than friends to you is going to be affecting your pocketbook. So apparently, I mean, if you were worried about it, that wouldn't be happening. So I'm sure you're not worried about it. But anyway, that's what we have for you on Monday. You're putting out some energy and some effort, possibly even some finances towards furthering a relationship or getting to know somebody better, somebody that's more than friends. You're Pisces. Oh, well, your sign's coming right up. So is Striving. She's also Pisces. Annalisa, you're Virgo. I've already done your prediction. We do have DVR capabilities here if you want to scroll back and take a peek at it, or you can always watch it later, either way, but that one's already gone by. So now let's do Pisces for Diva and Striving, and whoever else watches this is a Pisces. What do I feel for Pisces? November the 20th. You guys have an interesting message. It's two parts. Everything that glitters is not gold. However, everything that you touch on Monday turns to gold. Okay, so there may be some things that you are going for because you think that they're going to make you happy or excited or rich or whatever, and turns out that, actually that was not an accurate concept of that. And then at the same time, The things that you're pursuing, the things that you're doing, the things that you are doing just because you are you and you want to do those things turn out very well for you. So the things that you're kind of forcing or you're kind of chasing because you think they're great, even though probably if you just sat down and did what you wanted to, you probably wouldn't chase them. Those are probably going to turn out to be like fool's gold or pyrite. They're not so much what you thought they were. But do the things that you love, and that brings you the things that you love. Okay, that's Pisces. I hope you guys understand that. LRKK, welcome, welcome. Glad you're here, my dear. You're a Pisces moon, so this is helpful to you too. Alrighty, let's see. That was everyone. So let's do some Reiki now. What I do with my Reiki is when I send it out to you guys, I send it out for whatever will benefit each of you the most. If you want to adjust the intentions, like Ms. Luna mentioned earlier, she's adjusting her intentions. If you want to adjust the intentions for something more specific, then feel free to do that. That's absolutely fine. It won't hurt anything at all. Also, for those of you who are catching this video later on, you can still receive this Reiki. Spirit is not limited by time or space. That's why you're still able to receive this Reiki. Just set the intention that you would like to. And same thing also, if you want to adjust the intention so it's not just whatever benefits you most, but something in particular, feel free. It's going to be something in particular for yourself, though. You're quite welcome, Anya Larson. Unless your cat gets out. I love it, striving. Okay, let me get Reiki started for us. And if you guys have anything that you want to talk to me about Reiki, this is like, of course, the ideal time since we're doing Reiki right now. We're going to do Reiki for 5 minutes. This is a super, super, super micro session. Guys, if you get a regular session, generally they're anywhere from 45 minutes on up. My sessions are normally an hour. That's what I scheduled them for. So this is a super tiny session. So whatever you feel out of here, this is great. And I know that you guys will be able to notice some difference and some energy shift out of these little micro sessions. But I would recommend getting a real, I shouldn't say a real session, getting a more regular session where you have an hour. Because if these are affecting you in a positive way, just imagine what a whole hour of this energy focused solely on you would do. It'll blow your mind. And Ms. Luna, I do offer one free Reiki session for anybody who has never purchased Reiki from me before. So if you have never purchased Reiki from me before, get a hold of me. We'll do a Reiki session to help you with that breast cancer. I'm going to tell you one session probably will not be all you need. You should probably have multiple sessions. Something that takes a while to happen usually takes multiple sessions to get to the bottom of. Something that happens very quickly, usually one session can knock it out. That's kind of the rule of thumb. Of course, miracles can happen, and one session could be all you ever need. But and we want to stay open to that. But to be realistic, would be what I would expect. But at least get the free session from me, if nothing else. Right? I'm looking forward to it too. Check out my website that has all my contact information. And then you can call me, text me, email me, whatever you're most comfortable with. You can Skype me. That's all there. My website is www.amista.info, I-N-F-O. Now, guys, a lot of times whenever somebody is receiving Reiki, awesome, great. Thank you, Brenda. That's going to be fantastic. Let's see. So a lot of times whenever somebody is receiving Reiki, many times you guys might feel things going on in your body. Wherever you feel things going on in your body, there's a couple of things that could be happening. You may have a medical issue there. In that case, you'll probably already know about it. And so when you feel energy coming into that part of your body, then you'll know, okay, wow, that's what the Reiki's working on. And sometimes we feel energy coming into parts of our bodies that we don't really have any medical issues going on there. And that is where the energy is going in and affecting the spiritual power centers there. And so when the Reiki affects the spiritual power center, then you can expect that there's an energy shift going on around that power center. And so whatever that power center influences is where you can expect to see changes in your life. And so I've been doing this a little while now. If you guys are feeling something and you would like to know kind of what that would apply to and where you should expect to see changes of your life, go ahead and throw that up in the chat and I'll be happy to um, talk about that with you. You're quite welcome, Brenda Luna. I forgot to look at what time I started this, but I'm going to continue the Reiki till 17 after. That way I know we've got 5 minutes in. And then after we do the Reiki, anybody who has any questions, that'll be time for questions about, how do I advance my psychic abilities? If you have little simple things you want me to read for you where I don't have to get into a lot of layers and details around a situation, those kinds of questions are perfectly welcome. If you have personal questions for me, I don't mind answering some of those. If you get too deep, I might say, yeah, I'm not comfortable with that. But if you want to know something like, how did you get started in this? Or, what's your favorite type of client or whatever, I don't even know what you guys might wonder about me. Just feel free to throw it out there. When did you get your first freckle? I don't know. You're feeling it in your heart area? That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. Your right hand. Right hands have a lot to do. Are you right-handed or left-handed, Annalisa? Your knees. Oh, no drama. That's a powerful one. Right now, you may have been having some blockages around being able to go with the flow in your life and adapt to changes. When you get an energy shift in your knees, that makes you more flexible and more able to adapt to changes that are going on in your life so that they don't make you want to choke up and, like, if there's changes at your job and you think, oh, I just want to quit. This makes you maybe adapt more and enjoy those changes more. Left side where you had surgery. Oh, okay. So if this is where you had surgery, then this is going to be spirit going in and healing up some things around that surgery. Because, when humans go in and do surgery on other humans, it's not the same type of healing that spirit would have if the spirit did the surgery. So spirit may just be cleaning up some loose ends in there for you. You feel it in your left leg. If you have some medical stuff going on with your left leg, seems to me like, don't you have some stuff going on with your legs that's medical? Yeah, left side of your right hand, I get it. You need that. All right, cool, no drama. Behind the knee. That's really interesting because there's a muscle back there that can get really tightened up and can make us really have our knee in a more of a bent position to where it doesn't want to straighten out and it hasn't really stretched. So striving, if this isn't something medical for you, then this could be about you stretching a little bit more in your life, reaching for something new and different, getting out of that comfort zone. If you have something medical there, then it's probably just dealing with that medical thing. Because normally, if this is about an energetic shift, it should be behind both of those knees. So the fact that it's behind one, I would think, probably is medical. So you're right-handed and it's happening on the left side of your right hand. Since you had surgery in that place, I'm going to say that it's dealing with the medical stuff, Annalisa. Now, the thing that I will tell you, when you're right-handed on the right hand, it may be that that whole surgery might have come about because you had some kind of blockages going on about doing the things that we would normally do with our dominant hand. So taking care of ourselves. That includes self-care. That includes being able to work well. That includes being able to nurture other people. We do so much with our right hands, especially as women. That nurturing part can be really important for us. Gemma, hello, hello. You stepped in just while we're doing Reiki, honey. It's in both? Okay, then that would be more energetic. That would be more like asking you to stretch in your flexibility and make some changes in life. Right. Okay, so let me wrap up the Reiki here. This is free for all question time. So if you guys have questions that you want to ask me about Reiki, that's fine, but we kind of open up the topic to hear anything else that you want to ask me about also. Just bring it on. I'll tell you if I don't think this is an appropriate place for me to answer that question, but I'll try to answer anything I can for you here, reasonably speaking. You're quite welcome, Annalisa. Questions, questions, questions? Anybody have questions? You guys are starting to remind me of the first session of my first Reiki class. I asked people if they had questions, and they all looked at me blankly. I was not sure if that meant they were comprehending it all or they were comprehending nothing and didn't even know how to start with questions. Is a significant other picking through bolts and screws right now with the coworker? Why do I feel like you have a double meaning on that question, Miss Lisa? I feel like you're not really asking me what that question seems like. Okay, so basically we want to know if you can trust what he's saying he's doing right now. And the word is yes. In your left area as well as your heart area. That's good, Brenda. Now, when you have tingling and when you feel energy in the heart area, now if you're talking about your left area where I think you're probably talking about, of course, that's going to be the medical deal that we were talking about with the cancer. That's going to be, you know, receiving some of that energy. But when you're talking about the heart chakra in general, okay, so our bodies basically are reflections or shadows of what's going on with us spiritually. Our spirits are actually much bigger than our bodies themselves, but our bodies express ourselves here. So if we have a problem that is more spiritual in nature, then what happens is sooner or later it manifests into our bodies, okay? So having said that, when we're looking at heart chakra issues, you know, these may be some of the issues that caused the actual cancer to manifest. And so this is, you know, spirit is working on those heart chakra issues. So heart chakra has to do with the way we experience things emotionally. And a lot of times when we have healing in the heart chakra, it has to do with healing up traumas or pain that we've experienced emotionally. So that's what I would expect is going on. What the Reiki does is it gets through to the root of the issue and starts dissolving that so that the rest of it can all come into alignment together. No drama. Something is blocking me from getting to certain spiritual level. How can I break through this? What I'm hearing for you is that if you do some crown chakra work, that will help you a lot. I think you've got a little bit of other chakras that, you know, they could use some alignment too. You may want to get a Reiki session to actually help you with that. But the focus for this, the main focus is going to be the crown chakra, no drama. For the Pisces, so out of the Pisces message that I gave you, you figure that means that you should see an attorney on Monday? How did you get to that meaning? I need to hear the thought process that got you to that meaning to know if you're really like reading into my message, what I put out there or not. That's probably the strangest question. Well, you don't always know for sure, but if somebody's intently thinking or feeling you, you are kind of drawn to intently think or feel of them usually. You have major heart chakra blockages. Well, you know what? Get a Reiki session with me, no drama. The first one's free. Just do it. Just do it. I can help you. Well, you've also got a lot going on too, Brenda. You know, there's a lot of things that could be affecting that without me actually reading that. And that's something that would be a pretty involved reading, actually. I would want to look at that thoroughly. Natalie, glad to see you here, my dear. How are you? It's taking care of yourself, nurturing, working, that you'll see energy shift around all of these things, things that we normally use our right hand for. Good, good. I think they were your spirit guides, Lisa. I think it's funny that they came in as superheroes. You may be making them work like superheroes with your life. Marsha, Marsha, Marsha. Here's the thing, Marsha. It's not about it's not about trusting the next man. It's about creating the reality that you want. So um, seriously dig into law of attraction. Start studying it and start putting it into application, Miss Marsha, because that can really bring about some good things for you. As long as you're questioning whether you should trust the next man or not, you're not going to be able to trust the next man. But you got to get into that place where you're not expecting to have to distrust somebody before you can have somebody come in that you can actually trust. So this is going to be about you more than about them. You have to do that work on yourself. You're trying to get rid of a bellyache? Da, 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 da. You could probably actually go back and replay the Reiki on this for that, Natalie, because you came in after Reiki was over. And I have a feeling you would get rid of that bellyache pretty fast. Don't be surprised if you have to run to the bathroom pretty quickly. I know, Marsha. Reiki would really, really, really help you with that. And I would love to help you with that. Would love to help you with that. And then for law of attraction, all you have to do is look for law of attraction on YouTube, and you can find so much information on law of attraction, and that can put you on the right track. Okay, guys, so I've been answering questions for, I don't know, maybe like 8 minutes. It's time for me to get off of here and get on to the next thing. I want to thank all of you for hanging out with me, for keeping company, keeping me on my toes, and keeping me fresh today. Brenda Luna, I'm looking forward to hearing from you. I want to do Reiki for you, my dear. And then it seems like there was somebody else too that I'm not remembering right off the top of my head. I'll be looking forward to hearing from you either on the phone or in emails. You guys get my contact information off of my website, www.amista.info. If anybody else is interested in services, readings, Reiki, addiction relief services, just check out my website and then get a hold of me. Okay, everybody have a wonderful, fantastic rest of your Sunday, and I will see you guys the next time, probably tomorrow.